Hey everybody, welcome back. Not due until Wednesday, but this is your second activity, a little Desmos task. Again, practice y equals mx plus b, y equals mx plus b, y equals mx plus b. How do I quickly graph that? How does it connect? And what do my m and b's tell me? Okay, so when we practice that in chapter 2, you got to be good at that going into chapter 4 because you're going to have multiple equations. So a lot of times you want to look at both graphs at the same time and then figuring out what both graphs are telling you based on your situation. Anyways, this one's only 8 slides right here. I think a lot of you guys will figure it out. But I'm filming this video just in case you want to go through a few slides with me. Shall we? Shall we? Yes, we shall. Welcome. For each Match My Line challenge, plot a line that passes through the given points. Let's get started, okay? So for this one here, I'd come up with equations. I'm a math teacher. I know the answer. Well, I bet a lot of you guys know the answer here. Shall we? Shall we actually figure out this equation? You don't have to do this one, but what you're doing here, these 2 points, well, the line that would connect, because through 2 points, exactly one line can be drawn. We know that, right? We know if we have 2 points, we can come up with a unique equation for those 2 points. And this one here would be y-intercept is 0, so b is 0. Slope, right, is our rise over run, or slope is our change in y over our change in x, our constant change in y over change of x, change in y over change of x for this whole line. And that's rise 2, run 4, so 1/2 is our slope. So our equation would be y equals 1/2 x. Don't need to worry about the b because b is just 0 there. So anyways, that's the idea of this one. Let's go over here. We're going through the origin again. Okay, so our b is 0. So yeah, they're not far off here, right? Because, hey, if I had a b of non-zero, right, I wouldn't be going through the origin. I'd be going through like 1 or whatever. Anyways, the problem with this, just the equations, the line passes through the points. The problem is the freaking slope, right? We're going through 0. Hey, I already did this from the last slide. Okay, so this is too steep. Okay, remember, it's the larger the absolute value of the slope, the steeper the graph's going to be. So if our slope's 100, that's pretty steep compared to this one of 2. If our slope is negative 5,000, that's even steeper because that has a larger absolute value. Okay, so this one here, we need something that with a smaller absolute value than 2. Okay, but it should be positive, right? It should be positive because this would be an increasing line, right? Wouldn't it? So let's try 1. Oh, that's not enough. I need to get going smaller. What about 0.7? Got to go even smaller. What about 0.6? Ooh, we're getting close. What about 0.5? Hey, there we go. So it could be 0.5, or you could have written it as a fraction, right? 0.5 is just 1 divided 2 ways, would be 0.5 of 1. And there you have it. Hooray. We got that one right. All right, so that's basically it. You're just finding this. Okay, so we got here, plot 6 lines. Each line should pass through the origin. Ooh, so this is the origin here, right? 0, 0. If it's 0, 0, that's your y-intercept is at 0. So you don't have to worry about a b here, okay? So they've already graphed 1, the graph of y equals x. If I'm going through 0, I need it to be going through this point, but I need to be steeper to get through this one. So my slope needs to be greater than that invisible 1 that I see here. So maybe, I don't know, it's 1.5. Wait, I don't know. I guess you can't. They don't show you the graph right away. So let's check it out here. I got to get my freaking slope. I got to do that here. So looks like this thing, these points have an x coordinate of 3. So I'm going to run 3. The question is, how much do I rise? So my delta x here is 3 from this point to any of these points because we're on x is 3 here. We're on x is 0 here. So my x changed by 3. My delta x is 3. What's my delta y? My delta y is 5. Okay, is 5 here. Y equals 5 over 3 x. There we go. I'm feeling pretty confident about that one. Are you confident about that one too? I think you are. Okay, 3. This one here, so my run is 3, so I rise 1, I run 3. That's going to form that line right there, okay? So I'm going to get y equals 1 over 3 x, okay? Now my lines, because I'm going through the origin, my lines are going to be negative, okay? Going to be negative. So I can't forget my negative. Maybe I'll just pre-write that in. A lot of times students forget their negatives for their decreasing lines. It's a common mistake. That's why we aim to trip you up on it, don't we? We try to trick you every so often. Like, you being thorough? Are you? Anyways, 4, we have negative 2 over 3. Don't forget the x, though, right? Because that's the slope attached to the x, the independent variable. You multiply by negative 2 over 3, gives you the dependent variable, gives you the y output. 5, okay, starting equation number 5, that is. We want to go through this one potentially. So down 4 over 3. So minus 4 over 3 x. Okay, and then you don't need to put plus 0 there, right? Just leave it as is. It's going to go through the origin if you don't see your y-intercept listed there in the equation. And finally, we have rise negative 6. Yep, and then run 3. So that would, there was 6 over 3. Fun fact, that would just be negative 2. right? -6 divided by 3, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Yeah, you get it. You get it. Yes. Okay, check my work. Yes. Yes. Yes, I did it. Okay, fantastic. I felt good about that. Fun activity. You guys can do the rest here. I don't know. You can think about this one here. Ooh, this is written in y equals b plus mx format, and that might throw some people off. So you got to kind of explain that one. What else you got for homework here? I'm saying doing to Wednesday. Most people will think they'll get it done on Monday. Adjust the equations so the line passes through the points. I think, yeah, you got to change the y-intercept and the slope in that one. Challenge number 4. Ooh, we got 4 equations here. Each line should pass through points on the y-axis and one of the other 4 points, okay? So here you're going to need a y-intercept. That's not just 0. So you're going to have it be y equals mx plus b format, or it could be y equals b plus mx. That's the same thing, okay? You got something called the commutative property of addition, is that if you're just adding things, order doesn't matter. So y equals mx plus b, it's the same freaking thing as y equals b plus mx, based on because of the commutative property, right? Commutative, things move around. It's commuted. You commute to school, that's movement. You move where your addition's happening, right? If you're only adding together, that's you're commuting the numbers. It's commutative property, okay? There we go. A little bit more practice here, multiple choice. And then you got to wrap up here. Explain to yourself how you can quickly graph an equation that's written in the form y equals mx plus b. You guys should be able to know that, right? I tell you y equals negative 3x plus 5. You know exactly where to go on the graph. You know exactly how to draw that line, okay? Tell me how. What does the negative 3 tell you? What does the 5 tell you? How do you quickly graph it? I want you to get better at that if you feel like you can't do that in 2 seconds, okay? I know we did the 3 entrance tickets, and we had those on the Chapter 2 test, but a decent amount of people got the graphing of the line incorrect at the very last question on the Chapter 2 test. Okay, finally come up with your example, okay? If it's y equals negative 3x plus 5, good to go, but just quickly graph that. And then you say, I can quickly graph that because, well, the slope's this, the y-intercept's this. I know that because the numbers are there. Anyways, that kind of thing. Okay, if you have any questions, thank you for watching. Take care. I will see you guys on Tuesday. This is not due until Wednesday. Bye, buddy. Bye.